be too close.
Well,
When you start doing cement work.
where's the mute?
No, they did a good.
So, it was. Yeah. Fox, Makes it good. Yeah. Work. Take that for us.
You're good.
All right, I'll call this meeting to order. First up, roll call.
Counselor Morris,
Present.
Counselor Jeffrey,
Present.
Mayor Levine,
Present.
Counselor Levine. Present. And absent is Counselor Thronson.
I have a stand for the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Number 5, consent agenda. Any discussion?
I'll make the motion.
I'll support.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Under appearances, Wayne Levine, you come up and give us a little going over what we're gonna do at the sewer plant on winterization, pump maintenance and cleanup.
I've been down there for a while because I had back surgery. I went down there and they've got, I went in there and checked the log. They've been doing all their work. Everything's written down. They're doing a good job. The in-off tank, they have it down about 15 to 20 feet and they got everything covered with blankets. So you never know. If that works, that's great. Other than that, I still think you should heat that whole building like at 50 degrees. Because if this is a lot colder winter and if pipes break in the basement, because before they were underneath a bunch of water and the ice was on top, well, now that they got the water down, the air is gonna be hitting them. And if the water raises up, it'll fill up the basement, and be coming out the door of that plant.
I think I agree.
50 degrees ain't gonna be, that's a newer heater. That thing was put in probably 6-7 years ago, so it shouldn't be that bad.
Save us a ton of headaches comes.
That's what I think.
Mhm.
What it's gonna cost us is, in my just heat it one more year, and it should be the end of the thing.
If
Next
you keep
winter,
it
it should be done. If it's not, we'll just let it go,
yeah,
see what happens. 'Cause we're never gonna know what's gonna happen to the water when we shut it down anyway. They're gonna keep coming up, or they're gonna get to a certain point and stop, we don't know.
well, it would come over that weir and that's pretty high.
Yeah.
So I don't know, I think once they fill it with dirt or the building and then pack it, it'll stay down. But who knows? Well, that's about all I got. They did put blankets over all the discharge.
Yep.
And it's all going to the creek, so hopefully that works, but if we get a really cold 60 days below zero, nothing's gonna work. You know how that goes, and we've had years like that, so.
Hopefully not.
So I just have a question. What, did any of the buildings get cleaned or the, anything get put away and cleaned up
Well,
down there?
everything's-
Because they were asked to do that.
Well, everything's good except the old plant that I want to heat. It looks like a bomb went off in there.
Okay,
There's hoses and ventilation for that big fan you use for air, and everything's just all scattered about. If OSHA would come, I don't know what would happen.
It's gotta be cleaned up.
Wound up.
was there any hoses outside yet?
Can't really tell with snow. I don't know which ones they're using, what they're not.
Okay,
I think they put some old hoses on top of the heated, or on top of the blankets, the insulated blankets, so they don't get blown away or whatever earlier, so it does look like there are some hoses out there, but I think they're just using as weight.
okay.
Otherwise, the plant looks good, except for that one building. They're doing a pretty good job.
And so what if this doesn't work with these blankets? What's the next option? Or what do you suggest?
Well, I was down there over 32 years and I never had this problem because we ran to the plant. That water just went in with the slow, we had low flows in the winter and it would run into my plant and it would be run right through the plant. Well, we don't have that anymore. So last year it filled up all the tanks, filled up the digester. They had it half pumped out and it just filled up with water. So if that's the case, you just have to put that big sump pump in and lower it. And when you hit the sludge, it'll quit pumping. And you'll get rid of all the water, and then you'll be able to pump the rest of that tank out. Shouldn't be that big a deal. It'd be better to avoid it.
They used those blankets last year.
Okay, that makes sense.
On the other, yeah, I think from the digester going out, and it helped from freezing.
Maybe they got it both ways, I don't know.
So we'll see what happens. If they're pumping all the time, it shouldn't freeze.
The sidewalks aren't shoveled, and I did not want to fall down there. I went around there.
Yeah.
Okay,
It might work. If it doesn't, we'll have to come back.
thank you. I'll make a motion for a directive for the cleanup at the wastewater plant of the old plant and organize that building. And to be sure that the sidewalks are all shoveled and maintained down there. Even though it's not a usable plant, we still need to maintain and shovel and do whatever.
They're going out of there.
And they're using it every day, so they need to shovel and clear the path and
Turn the heat on.
turn the heat on to 50 degrees in the old plant.
I'll support.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. No unfinished business, under new business, number 8. 8.1, approve the CLA statement of work audit contract for year ending December 31st, 2024. So this is the audit company.
I'll make a motion to approve that.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. 8.2, approved change order number 3 from Bagalis for the O'Brien Reservoir Project, increase the cost of $3,225. Okay, I'll shed some light on this. I know when we set this up, we asked for, hand dryers instead of towels. Because we were worried about the towels getting shoved down in the toilets with the kids. So I guess the electrical contractor that bid the project didn't put those in, didn't wire them for it. So it's gonna be a cost of $2,675 to wire them and put those in.
That's-
Otherwise, we can go with the paper towel, but I think in the long run, they're gonna cost us more money than getting this done.
They're gonna all get.
You know, I just, I know we discussed it in our meetings, it should have been taken care of. I don't know why all this stuff doesn't get taken care of, and then when the contract's over, they say, oh, we didn't do this, we didn't do that. Well, then we didn't ask for that money when we were trying to get the money for the project.
Mhm.
It just keeps happening over and over to us.
Can I make a motion with a question?
Mhm.
I wonder, where are we at with how much in excess are we over what we had already?
I believe it's like $13,800.
Okay, and then I don't remember, did we discuss where that was coming from?
But, well, I'll go over the 13,000
Oh,
quick.
okay.
One of it is the well, excavation for the well test was $3,000. Okay, that wasn't part of the bid, the well,
Yeah.
that's part of the city, or Keewatin. They had to run a new water line from there to the building, that was $38.40. And then they had to run electrical cable from the pump to the new building, was $37.50. I would suggest that the well costs should come out of the water fund, okay?
Mhm.
And the electrical, well pump electrical, that should come out of the, PU electrical. The hand drying, wiring, I'm suggesting that we pay for that out of the 2,500 that we got from Masaba Metallics for out there. And the 550 should come out of the PU electric too. What that's for is the old pavilion wiring has to be moved into the new box.
Yeah.
So it's all in one facility. The other thing is that'll leave us with about 11 or 12,000 left over from the contract with, that Masaba Metallics gave us, 25,000. We used 10 for a new roof. We still have 15, so I would like to use the remaining money to fix the parking lot. If anybody's ever been out there in the parking lot, I mean, it's this much mud every time it rains. He gave me a bid for 11,000, Nikki did, about 2-3 weeks ago, and I haven't had a chance to bring it up. So,
We bought them all.
what's everybody think?
I think you.
The only thing we can do right now is approve this change order.
Yeah, but I just want you to think about it
Yeah.
for like the next meeting.
And I just wanna, because the project is already,
I mean, they fixed the parking lot.
Right, they're done for
Like
the
from
winter.
here to the back of the building here,
Yeah,
from the building, from the new building. But the rest of it, I drive out there almost every day and check on it, and it's a mess. It's
yeah,
just
I've been out there every time.
bad heat from mud. So, something to think about, otherwise next year when there's people out there, how they gonna even get out and get their building, parking lots destroyed.
Yeah. Well, I think the explanation is sound, but.
But think about it, and I'll check into some other stuff by next meeting.
So this change order is for two things. It's for the
It's-
hand dryers and the
Pavilion
panel and the breakers.
And the pavilion hookup,
It's $32.25.
yeah.
And so you want to take the 550 out of PUC?
I would take that out of the PVC electric. And the hand drying, wiring, I think we can do that with that money left over from the, Masaba Metallics for out there. Or you can take that wiring out of the PU too.
I'm okay with whatever you decide.
And I am gonna go back and I'll probably ask Masaba Metallics for another some more money for out there for next year.
Mhm.
There are lots of needs. They're always willing to help out. Just help out a whole bunch of stuff again. I see. So they're looking to keep the name out there.
So do I need to amend anything with my motion to accept or approve the change order?
I would just,
I guess we gotta
the
figure out how-
550 would be coming out of, well, the thing is, this is coming out of the project already.
Yeah,
It's gonna come out of the project fund, so we'd have to make a motion to put the money, transfer money from the general fund, if that's where the money from metallics went, into this project fund. So we need to wait on that until we know where the money actually went, because then we have to make a motion to do a transfer.
No, there's one other thing I'd like to bring up too. When I had to go back to IRRB, because remember when the bids came in way higher for North First Street and that project went way higher?
Yeah.
And they came in with a bunch more money to help us out. I know that we put in extra money in that IRRB fund. I don't know if it's showing up in how much money we have for that project out there.
What do you mean the extra?
When they came back with the extra money, we put more money in than what the project was for, in case it went over a little bit. IRRB gave me money for that.
I guess until we get a report, we don't know.
Right,
So we'll
so
have to wait till,
I asked Robin to run some stuff today, and that's what it looks like to me. We don't have that grant in that fund yet. In our paperwork that shows how much money we have for that particular fund, I don't know where we're getting this money from. What we're paying the bills with. What do they have to do? They have to take, every time this bill comes, when we get to that point, and then send it to the IRRB to get more money, or how does it work?
that's what I think, yeah.
yeah,
They have to do
So
it.
I'm not sure how much money they have out there. I could be wrong, but that's the way we set it up. And then we also had a little contingency money for that project. And Chris made me do that. Let's add a little bit more just in case we end up going over, so we don't end up like this again.
Yeah, until we can get a project report, I guess we need to just wait on that, but we can make, I
Well, we
mean,
need to
if you
take
want
care
to
of our dollars so
transfer.
he can get done. We might have to change the money. Maybe we have the money already. I don't know.
Regardless, it has to get paid. So we have to make the motion to approve it. But the motion will include that the 550 will be taken from the public utilities. And the rest, the 2675 will come up, be charged to the project, regardless of where we need to transfer the money from next time.
so I made the motion initially, and I'll add that, so 550 will be paid out of PU Electric, and then $2,675 will be charged to the project.
I'll support.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Aye. Okay, 8.3. Approve the 2025 liquor license and Sunday liquor license contingent upon receiving paperwork. AK's Bar and Grill LLC, DBA AK's Bar and Grill.
I'll make a motion.
I'll support.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. 8.4, approve the 2025 club license for American Legion Post 458.
I'll make a motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. 8.5, approve the 2025 off-sale license contingent upon receiving the proper paperwork at AK's Bar and Grill LLC, DBA AK's Bar and Grill.
I'll make a motion.
Support.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. 8.6, approve the 2025 Sunday license for AK's Bar and Grill LLC, DBA AK's Bar and Grill, and B, American Legion Post 452.
Motion.
Support.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Number 9, we have any committee reports. Number 10, commission reports.
Nope.
Okay, number 11, under department head reports, we have a 2024 Christmas lighting contest, judging by the Keewatin Library. Christmas movie night on Saturday, December 14th at 5 p.m. at City Hall.
So we need to approve the Christmas lighting contest.
Maybe,
I'll make a motion to approve that. And what are the prize
100.
numbers? Oh, is it in there?
Yeah.
I think that's.
Oh, yeah, 100, 75, and 50. I'll make a motion to approve the recommended prizes and for that to be coming out of the Public Utilities Electric Fund.
I'll support. Please. Okay. Any further discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Okay, number 12, we have a council report, FEMA and DNR presentation by Councilor Morris.
Yeah, so, Beth and I met with Gary, from the DNR, and we went over the floodplain, which is mostly done by the plant. So we need to update our ordinance, and he's gonna send us a couple of sample ordinances to go over. Basically, it's saying that if there's existing structures, they can be torn down and rebuilt, but no, new structures can be built in that area. And so I wanted to make sure that it did not include the school, and it did not include Jarvis Field, just in case, it comes through that we're actually going to build on those properties. So, which we don't have a floodplain map for there, it looks like, it doesn't exist, it's not gonna be an issue. He was gonna check Jarvis Field though, cause I feel like that might be a lower area, so. So really, we just need to look at doing an ordinance and, updating the ordinance, so he's gonna send out a sample and we'll go over it. And then they also recommended that, we have a permit or an application, even if you're doing any excavating work. Okay, it doesn't matter if it's building related or not, if you're doing any leveling or things like that, or working on a bridge, or basically anything you would permit in that area. So, and it needs to come through the city, so. So he was sending samples of the, permitting application for excavating, and he was sending, a sample of an sample ordinance for us, so. When Beth gets back, we can look at that and then get it into place, so.
Thank you. Anything else, anyone?
I have about 5 things. No, I'm just kidding. You want a motion to adjourn? I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.